What a beautiful story it's been for Mzansi football. Bafana Bafana making it to the knockout stage of the World Cup. I know the doomsayers are saying, yes, this is a 48-team tournament. At the end of the day, it is the knockout stage of the World Cup. For the first time on the fourth attempt, Bafana Bafana are doing this. How special has it been this night?
Look, it's special. And I think what makes it even sweeter is how it started.
Yeah, no?
I was just listening to Benny speaking to Yaya, telling him that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I mean, the boys got a lot of backlash after that Mexico result. Of course, saw an improved performance against Czechia. And then today, they saved the best for the last. And here they are.
But let's look tactically. And you look at the tactical discipline that Bafana Bafana showed here, but also the changes that the coach made. And we go back to Yaya sitting here yesterday. The first time he uttered his mouth, the words he uttered when he opened his mouth were he was talking about the support he's been receiving from the team. And I'm listening to everyone around now, one of our best players to beat.
Yeah. So let's see. And it's very interesting because yesterday after the press conference, I said to him, listen, this is your kind of game.
Yeah.
They're going to boss this midfield. And we spoke after the game and he says to me, you were right. And I said to him, look, I actually felt this was a moment for him to redeem himself.
Yes.
In the absence of Debza, we didn't feel the absence of Debza because of what they did on the pitch today. We know what he's capable of. Yes, mistakes do happen in football, but also just that ability to pick himself up and get back on the pitch and put that kind of performance also speaks to how united these players are. Correct. Also speaks to how Hugo Bruce is a fatherly figure to them. We did say that the coach has been really supportive. So, I mean, those are good, traits of a successful team. Also, yeah.
One of the words that has been dominant that I was listening to here was analysts from Yaya yesterday, the coach, and you look at the two, I call them boys, those two terrible twins, Snesipo and Tinashe, and the good work they're doing, but also within the leadership of Coach Hugo and that support staff. And you look at the game plan and you look at how they are executing it, and you see that something went in here to play for this game.
Absolutely. I mean, I think tactically they got it right.
Yeah.
You look at the selection today, you look at the last two games. I was actually saying this team today created more chances than those two games combined.
Two games, yes.
It's just a change, bringing in really to start in midfield front of Talent Mata and at Yaya story. It was very key. You also look at the substitution, the first substitution that is made. The Zepan's first action leads to a goal.
Yes.
You then look at when Jaden Adamson comes in, but you also look at how they defend.
Yes.
You felt that there were no spaces
Yeah.
for South Korea to penetrate that defense. But we've got to give credit to Coach Hugo.
Correct.
This centre-back pairing,
Yes. It's growing.
it's probably one of the youngest centre-back pairings in this.
No, certain.
And then you also think of the fact that there's Olechu Makana waiting on the wing.
Also 22 and younger.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it just tells you that the future is really bright.
I also want to look at a relay, the mobility. The boy today, he was playing as if he's this established World Cup player, and the way he was carrying the team. I was like, oh wow. If that ink by that club is not in that, I feel for the competition they're in for.
Absolutely. And I think the one thing that I picked from his game today was confidence. I also belong to this stage.
Yeah.
Well, we're not here by fluke. Um, and I was just listening to him speak after the Czechia game, saying that he also plays in the top league. Yes, very to the Premiership. And I think that's the kind of confidence you need to carry coming into a tournament like this. Put in that kind of performance and make sure that if there's no ink, there's more pens that are ready to, and I'm sure there will be more pens that are ready to. And it's quite interesting to see the transfer business that Coyotes is doing. You get the sense that they're also preparing for
Yes. You can tell, but it's going to be a mammoth task to replace Relay Maseko. He misses the first one, he misses the second one, he misses the third. But the important part, and we always talk about this when it comes to football, especially in football, the good thing is that he's getting into those positions and he's making maybe you'll say not the right choices at some stage, but just to be in that position, it says something about the timing of his runs and everything.
Absolutely. I think the challenge that we have is sometimes we look at the final product. We don't look at how the player gets himself to that position. I think he is one of the players that were willing to take risks.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to be able to want to make that dribble, want to eliminate the bled, to create space for yourself, able to take a shot. It's not by fluke. It's not. Actually, it's on social media, someone saying that it's not by the grace of God that he finds himself in those positions. He actually works to get into those positions. I think that's the abilities that he has, and also just the bravery to say, I'm going to take on this player and create space for myself and take a shot. So I think we must also appreciate that. He keeps trying it until it comes off. In the goal manner, what a beautiful goal.
Wow. So, just to close to Wellington, we are now off to LA, Canada, and there's a strong feeling, I see even back home, but even just generally, people who are following football, that not looking down on the co-hosts, but something positive can come out of that.
Absolutely. For me, it's that attitude. Go out to that pitch, just feel I belong here.
Yeah.
I'm just as good as any other player that's here, and play okay. I think that's the most important thing. I said yesterday to a number of South Korean journalists that this Bafana team underestimate them in their own career because they can beat any team on any day. So, very much possible. That round of 16 is not a far-fetched dream.
Just a quick word. This 4-18 tournament, it is producing some banks there.
Absolutely. Quite interesting. We were shocked by Cape Verde 3 years ago in AFCON. In the AFCON, they've come in here and they've actually, done fairly well. If you look at the team that they've played, playing the first game against Spain, not the easiest of stats, but applying themselves the way they did. I think, Morocco, I think they've come in as well, representing the continent, and they've done extremely well. So, very positive for the continent.
Very positive for the continent. Without a doubt, you are still waiting to see. I think Egypt will top that group. Talking about Cape Verde, also they still have to play Saudi Arabia, but they will do something special there. Morocco is through, of course. There's Cote d'Ivoire. I still feel maybe Senegal can sneak in, but wow, this is another story for another day. FarPost Editor, ladies and gentlemen, Mthokozisi Dube. We've taught all these parts traveling with this Bafana, and it is a proud moment to present to you the knockout phase. Bafana Bafana. But that's it from here at Monterey.